Right, I just want to show you, I've got this fault, I've just had it back with your repairers, and they were really helpful, they phoned up and that, but they couldn't find anything wrong with it by the time it got back to them. Now, that's the problem I had. It broke, then it repaired itself, it started working for a week, then it just broke again. By the time I sent it back to you guys, you couldn't find the fault, it was working again. You've sent it back, I've just had it about a week, I think that says the 21st or the 10th. But anyway, they just sent it back to me saying, you know, that they couldn't do anything, but they've updated all the software, etc., etc. Couldn't find a fault. And as I said, I did have a telephone conversation with them and said, you know, don't just send it back because it's an intermittent one. It is going to, you know, worry it'll break again. And they had another look on the Monday, and then they sent it back to me. So it's gone through all the, it's been signed off and everything there. Right, I'll just power it up. And this is the problem. And it's just gone off again today. It's been okay for a week. You see, it's not, it isn't illuminated at the bottom on the Wi-Fi. It isn't turning on, off, or anything. It just stays like that. So the top part's lit up, but not fully, not as bright as it should be. The line at the bottom isn't on. And it's the same on the Bluetooth. Does exactly the same thing on the Bluetooth. It doesn't matter if everything else works fine. All this works fine, look. They're all fine. Receives calls and everything, no problem. Mobile data, yeah. Turn that off. Right, you see it's gone off now as the Wi-Fi. It's not lit up at all now. Press it again, it does that. If I go into the other settings, whoops. If I go into these, you see that's grey and that's blue, so that'll go across, but it won't do anything. It'll drop back off. Now the top one's illuminated now. It won't do anything. It will just drop off like that, like the Bluetooth has there. There, it's just dropped off. If I go into the next setting, same thing. That clicks. Doesn't always click over first go, but it's thing, and it'll just keep saying turning on, turning on. When it first went wrong this time, I was able to switch it on there. It powered up, but it showed the networks, which it isn't doing now. But it showed the networks, and said they were out of range. Now I don't think so, because it's there. Look, and just so you know, that's working. The computer's gone to sleep here, but there's my computer. Oh, and there, just so you know, you can tell the date and that. I don't know if you can see that. Date and time on my computer as well. On Samsung. Notice Samsung TV, Samsung phone. I'm a bit upset at a minute with Samsung, I'm afraid. But I'm sure you can sort it out for me. Right, I'm going to make this available to you. The only other thing I can think to do on the end of this, I'll turn it off. Oh, God. If you don't want it to turn off, you catch it all the time. Oh, battery's come out, that's right. So it's turned off now. Right, so it's turned off now. Let's turn it back on just to show you that it won't make any difference. Right, there you go, it's illuminated now. sometimes I would go to that and it would be off. Same thing. Yeah, I won't even do that now. Right, that's it, I'm turning it off. Okay, so I'll make this available to you and I'll get in touch online now and tell you it's knackered. I'm hoping that you're going to have to replace it now. It's not going to be any good if it's an intermittent thing. They're not going to know whether they fixed it or not, are they? If that's the case, what I would be interested in, if you are going to replace this for a new one, I'll be interested in paying the difference for the Note 3, if that's an option. Right, I'll speak to you shortly. Thank you. Bye.